Wow! Wow! Oops.
Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to Monday. It's Monday. It's the game of the day of the gaming on Monday. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in Tint. Welcome in Goof. Welcome in Lucky Pangolin. Am I missing anybody? Welcome in Himbot. I hope you are all ready for welcome in Bananya, baby Bananya, Bananya. Where's the game? Appear game. Thank you, game. Yeah, I don't know what district I'm in. All I know is that they send me a ballot in the mail and then I open it up and I check all the boxes and then I vote and then it's fine. I do remember one time, like, whenever I go I think I like registered to vote when I was in college. And when I was like in a college away from my house. So I registered with my college address. And then after college, I had it switched to my like parents' address where I was staying. But there was something funky that happened in the system during one of like presidential elections, and for whatever reason, they sent me a ballot still like for my college. And by the time I got it and opened it, it was too late to like go swap it out. So I had to just like vote for things that had to do with my college town. I'm just like, none of these actually affect where I live now. Like, I'm voting on propositions to get this school a new pool or something like that. I'm like, I should be voting on whether to get the local high schools and stuff to get a new pool. I don't know what went down, because it was weird, because like I had voted at my parents' address after that, but for whatever reason the address just reverted. Yeah, it was either I think it was the 2016 presidential election. Was that 2 elections ago? Whoa. We didn't talk to this guy yet. Oh, well, we're going back up. I think we have to talk to this guy. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, it was 2000. I'm pretty sure it was 2016, because by the next election, it was good and fixed. I don't even remember if I did anything to fix it. But that was a very, why only one GURV got grass on it and the other GURV got dirt on it and the rest of them sand? I bet there's puzzles in there. Never had voting issues because you only voted twice. Oh, I do have an overlay. Hold on. That's for the, that's the explode. There we go. Yeah, for whatever reason, the Twitch integrated throwing system where the attacks come from, every time it opens up, it has that, like, display on until I double-click F10 while on it. Everything else is, like, chroma keyed out. I have to talk to this guy. I gotta talk to this Qualler. But first, I'm gonna take a peep. It spooked you. I'm sorry for scary attack sounds. Take a peek at our beautiful, beautiful notebook. Bright ignore until you fell, in the words of... Yeah, it is, because it's white, it's a little hard to see against, like, bright backgrounds. I'm gonna look at, the things we've got and the things we did last time, because I barely remember. It's been so long since the last stream, the last Frog Detective. It's been a whole week. I can't remember anything that long ago. We've got our Magnifier, we got a notebook, we got a scuba, we got pigbacks, we got bear pip, we got gloves, we got carrots. Bear pick I think we need to take to the painter so the painter has something to paint. Gloves are for picking flowers, we gotta do that. Spinelli. Spinzelli. You can make a Steven's Universe just like Spinel, your new best friend. Carrots. I had to buy the carrots for somebody. They wanted carrots. Downstairs Koala wants carrots for stew. I think I need to get something else for the stew, maybe? I have to get the carrots and the flowers. Pickaxe was, for the mailroom conspiracy guy, I think. Actually, you know, it'll tell us. Case 3, Mystery of the Missing Hats. Here's the town. We're in a town. Yeah, we're in a town. We came to this town, and Lobster Cop was there. And Lobster Cop is our friend. And so we went up to Lobster Cop, so we said, hey, Lobster Cop, are you our friend? And Lobster Cop said, not actually. I've already solved the mystery that we're here for, and it was the mystery of who to be mayor of this town. And then it was the mole. The mole man was the mystery mayor. And the mole man stole our notebook, but mole man gave it back. And then we asked the mole man, like, how do you like being mayor? And the mole man said, there's another big mystery. All the hats are stolen except for the hat on my head. And so then we said, I guess we got to solve the hat mystery. So Lobster Cop said, I'm going to go stand over by the graveyard, and you go get some clues and mischief and stuff. And so now we're just going over around to get the clues. Yeah, I of many hats have to figure out where all the hats went. Clearly, I didn't steal them. Unless I did. And forgot. Which is a possibility. If I were a hat, where would I be? If I were a hat, I'd be on top of someone's head, or in a closet, maybe, or hanging from a hat rack. Do they make hat racks? They make coat racks. I guess you can put a hat on a coat rack, but do they make racks specifically for hat? So here's the peoples we met. Bonnie downstairs, good at jokes. She's such a jokester. Needs carrots and cactus flower. Googling that now. I feel like there's hat stands and there's like mannequin heads. All right, like hat racks sounds like a thing that's real. I know there's like hat hooks. There's hat racks? What do they look like? If hat racks don't exist, I'll eat my coat. If hat racks don't exist, I'll eat my coat rack. Some weirdish ones? I kind of want to look at what a hat rack look like. Okay. If you have this many hats, the cowboy hat one, I mean, it's good for a very specific type of hat, and that type of hat is literally just cowboy hats, because if it has too short a brim or if too floppy a brim, it's just gonna fall. I like this one. Can you guys, I don't think you guys can see my mouse. Let me get this. Oh, nope, that's cinnamon. that's cinnamon water. Let me get this so I can wiggle it around and show y'all. This one is not a hat rack. That's a shelf. That's like a closet shelf. You could put anything in there, but they're specifically advertising it for hats, which is interesting. Yeah, I would like a hat rack to be composed of tiny hats. These are like hat shelves. Whoa, King Kibo Guitar. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You're playing Contraband Police? What is that? That sounds cool. Were you policing contraband, or were you trying to escape the contraband police? 10 out of 10, try it. I'll write it down. I have a feeling we're gonna finish Frog Game today. As you can see from the screen, we are playing Frog Game, and definitely not looking up pictures of hat racks, because we wanted to see if hat racks existed. EA game where you check papers at the borders. Isn't there already a game about that? Isn't that Papers, Please? Are there 2 of those games? I still need to pay Papers, Please, too. Contraband Police. This one's better? Ooh. I'm gonna write them both down just so I don't forget-y. 3D, sometimes people barrel through the checkpoints and you gotta chase them? You want a tiny green top hat? I bet you could get one. Just like start shopping around St. Patrick's Day and I'm sure there's one. This is a hat rack that's taller than a man. When you arrest people, you send them to labor camp? Oh boy, when you steal contraband, wait, you can steal the contraband? Spin! Squizzard. Now, Squizzard is a good hat. I just want to see a very, very funky hat rack. This one's kind of cool. Revolving display. This is like a kind of hat rack you would, like, get in for a store that sells hats. You could take bribes? What is the best thing you've been bribed with? Did they bribe you with a bar of gold? Did they bribe you with favors? Did they bribe you with an all-expense-paid trip to the moon? What I'm getting from hat racks is they're not actually these are not racks for hats, they're just hooks. You refuse to take bribes, you're role-playing a pure-blooded communist? Hell yeah. Wait, I was gonna say hell yeah, refuse those bribes, but also, get that money. Get that good money. Also, welcome in, random game lover. Isn't it your birthday today? I was gonna send you a message and then I forgot, and then I remembered just now because I saw your name. Happy birthday. Congrats on old. Congrats on survive. in this economy. Every birthday is a celebration and a success. Happy, happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday, so I guess everybody parties when it's other people's birthdays too, so that song doesn't make much sense when you think about it. You arrested enemies of the state. Good, send them to prison. Send them to the big evil camp. Send them to summer camp for violence. There's a part of the game where you have to arrest people who enter the country with unimportant jobs, like teacher, journalists, and artists are the very important jobs. Without art, we would never be able to play Frog Detective 3, the criminal of Cowboys Creek. We did our business with Craig, right? No, Craig didn't want the pickaxe. Craig wanted ghost proof, and we gave Craig ghost proof. Who wanted the pickaxe? Lobster Cop needs us to solve everything and get him a snack. Rhonda Dynamite needs a resume. Oh, the pickaxe was for the bank. So the bank could give us a fake ID, I think? Sherman, no, wait. Sherman's trying to break it? Sherman needs a pickaxe to break into the mine. I don't know what's in the mine, but maybe something cool. At one point, you have to scrutinize entire races because their countries are in a civil war. You don't accept refugees. This is dystopian future simulator, or maybe perhaps dystopian present or dystopian past. When you arrest people with unimportant jobs, landlord, stock portfolio manager, CEO, honestly. Can you become the CEO of teachers? Does that make your job important or unimportant? It's an amazing game if you can roleplay it. Sometimes the best way to play a game is to just make up a character for yourself and then become that character. Be like, I cannot make this choice because my character is lawful good. You do it every game. I do it, it depends on the game. Definitely if it gives you a lot of choices, it's more fun to pick. I think I do that mostly with like Stardew Valley. Or things that are just kind of like Animal Crossing, where you just like walk around games where the character is supposed to be like a self-insert or something, and it doesn't give you much, like everything is a choice. They don't try to force a character on you, so then you're like, I will just make up my own and have a good time playing with my toys, and my toys are video games. Even with games with established character, The Witcher. For those, it's really hit or miss. It depends on how much I'm enjoying the game and how much I need to go into imagination land. Did it with Skyrim. Skyrim makes sense. Skyrim because it's like your own character. I guess there's like a story to follow, but still. In Skyrim, you paid a tax collector? Did they let you do that? How do you collect taxes? Did you just rob people and say it was taxes? Walk around town, count the number of people in town. You did? That's insane. Just steal gold from their pockets. You were doing a very important duty that nobody hired you for and and nobody knew you were doing. Start it in the safe in your house. Did you like use it to buy good things for the city? Like you used it to purchase road improvements? Went from one town to the next. Do they have traveling tax collectors? You gathered a census data on the way. That might be the best way to play Skyrim, honestly. Pistol needs the picture to paint. Susie needs a fake ID. Rhonda can make fake IDs. So we gotta give Rhonda, what did Rhonda want? Resume. Who lives where? How many guards? Did guards have to pay taxes also? Did you have like different tax brackets based on people's supposed job? Why are your bots shouting you out? Well, the first two was because of the raid. Thank you, thank you. Everybody also just scroll up and click that link and go check out King Kivogtar and follow, or else Nightbot just answers any question that starts with the word who with the person who asked it. Yeah, there you go. So if you say like, who painted the Eiffel Tower? It was me. I painted it. I don't remember why I set that up for Nightbot, but it's too funny to take away. I could make one for StreamerBot where it just who Da Vinci you are. I could make one with StreamerBot that just picks a random person for chat. And I'm like really tempted to do that, but also I want this to be a safe space for lurkers. It's so scary when you're lurking in a stream and then all of a sudden somebody like either the streamer or somebody in chat like calls your name and you're like, hold on, you're not supposed to know I'm here. I'm simply putting you on in the background. Susie needs the fake ID. Cool, cool, cool. That would be scary. Yeah. I'm like, depending on the stream, sometimes if it's like a streamer I'm chill with, it's cool. But I've had it happen with like before going into like a small streamer's stream and they just like look at their whoever's in chat and they're just like, hello so and so, and I'm like, wait, hold on now. I'm like getting dinner ready. Who's too old to do anything right now? I don't even know if you're older than I am. I think anybody can do anything at any age until your body physically stops you from doing anything. You could do anything. Used to do that, but it's a bit creepy. I understand the appeal as the streamer because you want to like see who's watching and you want to like engage and you want to like say hi to people, but I think like when I was very new to Twitch, the first person I used to only lurk on streams. I used to like only lurk on streams and I only really watched big streamers, so I didn't know that people had alerts set up for follows. So like the first time I followed somebody who was I guess like a medium-sized streamer so that they weren't busy enough that they turned follow alerts off, and it like did a follow alert and they were like, oh hey, thanks for the follow, eyfey, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know it was gonna do that. I guess it's like when you expect it, it's fine, but when you don't expect it, it's so scary. Use chatty to track when people join and leave, you get a little ding on your headset. Yeah. It's like when you know about it, it's cool, but when it's unexpected, it's scary. Chatty's been great. Having a ding when people chat never means you never miss a chat message. I just have my I have a 3 monitor setup. Thank you, Nightbot. I have a 3 monitor setup, and I just have the Twitch chat like in a place that I can see out of the corner of my eye when I play the game. So if I see movement out of the corner of my eye, it means that somebody chatted. Worst experience is hosting a streamer with no alerts and awareness of audience. You rate a guy who doesn't chat, it looks bad on you. Sometimes I'm worried about sending people to somebody who like... I guess I don't think there is such a thing as a streamer who doesn't want extra people in their chat, who doesn't want like more viewers. But sometimes I'll like I'll raid somebody and I don't realize they're in the middle of like a speed run or a challenge and they're not expecting like an influx of messages and stuff. I'm like, oops, oops, oops. I don't regret it, but also I'm sorry. If you send 10,000 rares, that too. If you send a whole bunch of chat to somebody who is not used to it, it's very big. Usually just send 5 to 10 to someone you like. That's a good strategy, honestly. Oh, that's all the people we've met? I pray they do the same favor another time. I like raiding people. My issue is I stream late. I hear my cat in the other room making a meow. I stream late, so usually by the time I'm done, most people are offline. Not just reviews and shit, you make friends. Honestly, I love being able to like connect with people through raids. Like, I love when I'm in a raid and I get sent somewhere and then it's like, oh shit, wait, this is a cool person. Now I'm gonna follow them and hang out and it's gonna be great. Sit and ponder. Detective, is this theft a bad thing? Perhaps. But who are we to determine good and bad? A stolen hat is a message. Do not let yourself be shielded. The light of the sun holds more answers than we think. This guy's all philosophical. Answers to what? Questions. What questions? Why is it so bright out here? Like talking about the person you raid a bit before you send to. Yeah, I usually am just so sleepy by the end of stream, I always forget. But it is nice when you see somebody in, like, you're checking out your live views or your channels or whatever, and you see somebody in there, and you're like, ooh, let's go see this person. They're really cool. They're doing this fun thing. They're playing a good game. Time you're gonna read weird tips and you were like, I wonder if she's still smoking weed on stream after the TOS change. She took a fat rip the moment it raided. Hell yeah. Perfect timing. Oh, that reminds me, the thing that you said about chatty, I know there's something you can do in StreamerBot. You might be able to do it in chatty too, but like you can set custom sounds for custom people so that like if you want to set sounds for when people chat, you can have certain people like get their own sounds. Okay, yeah. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can set that up in StreamerBot too, but that was something I was looking at. I'm like, this might be really cool actually. If you could have individual people have their own sounds for messages. I don't think I could do it for everybody, every message. Cause like if you've taken a look at my like redeems, I have a lot of sounds, or if you just type certain words, it sets off, I think Unitebot, there's so many sounds on the channel, just like rat, or manatee, or Bwomp. And sounds can get so many so fast. Oh, you don't, it's just for you? Oh, is it on like a separate audio channel? It just goes into your ears? Okay, you hear the ding, but nobody else does. That's interesting. I feel like, I was gonna say that might be distracting for me, but also I love sound, so maybe not. Had to do a ton of stuff to get it that way. Oh, don't you worry. I've got a mixer right now. I have a lot of audio channels. My voice is on one channel, the TTS voice is on another channel. Sound effects are, I don't remember if sound effects are on their own channel or if they're on the same as the system. I know I had a separate channel for Discord. My like starting soon music is on its own channel. Browser is on its own channel. Put their headset on voice meter potato. Pay $10 for a digital sound mixer to so worth. Yeah, I've got a Go XLR mini little sound mixer. I need to find one with more channels, I think, because the one I have now gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? Your coworker is streaming? Oh, wow. Yes. What is your coworker playing? There's a sound. Is your coworker playing a fun game? Is it, Frogger for the Windows 2000? Fortnite? I've never played Fortnite my entire life. I know that's a game where you build and shoot. Anything you like about it is you have giant TVs as monitor, you have 3 of them, voice meter lets you play through all 3. Wait. The sound is coming out of all why would you want 3 times the sound? Wouldn't you only want the sound coming out of the best speakers once? Oh wait, is it making the monitors act as, oh, yippee! You got the secret word. It was box. I haven't changed that one. I haven't changed that one in a while and just nobody's guessed it. Yippee! You got 1 point. There's nothing you could do with the points, but you have one. You did it, you win! Yippee! Host in-person Jackbox parties? Oh. What do you do with, yeah, it's nothing. The leaderboard isn't even working anymore, but anybody who has points can type, or I guess anybody at all can type exclamation point points, and it should tell you how many points you have. Yeah, leaderboard is still broken. And they might have fixed it and I just have to re-download something, but I always forget. In fact, let me make a note of that now while I have it in my memory, in my mind. Leaderboard points. Why is it so bright out here? How do I charge this solar-powered bobblehead? And more, I'm certain of it. I don't think Himbot has any points. Gotta go, but it was cool to see you. Thank you so much for the raid, Genki Vitar. I'll see you back sometime. Yeah, does Twitch still do hosting? I know they said at some point they were gonna take it away. I know I set up like some auto host stuff for like a few channels. Oh, they changed the name? What is it called now? Wait, it's raids? How is that? Wait, is that not different than raiding someone? Because there was hosting and there was raids. Yeah. Because those are two, like, raiding is just like you send everybody to a channel afterwards. Hosting was something else cool that you could do, like, when you're not even online, you would host somebody, and then if somebody went to your Twitch page while they were online, they would see, like if I was hosting you, if I put you on my host list, if I was offline but you went online and somebody went to like eyfey.twitch.tv/eyfey, they would see your stream because I'm hosting you, even though I like wasn't live. Yeah, auto host, but like you could also manually host somebody without going live. But yeah, raiding was always there. Yeah, now we just have raids. But yeah, if you play late enough, and I see you when it's time to pick a raid, I'll send people your way. Hell yeah. We spend so much time focused on how to find the missing hats and no time considering why we had them in the first place. Have a good night, have a good sleep, have a good dreams, have a good tomorrow. I would assume for sun protection. Protection? From the sun? And what harm does the sun pose to us? Oh, it poses a harm. I was a real person yesterday. I went to the beach. I went to the beach with a friend. I touched grass, and by grass I mean sand and water. And I put on my sunscreen. Did forget to reapply. I am currently pink. It doesn't hurt, and I'm hoping it's gonna stay that way, but we'll find out. Sometimes sunburn takes a little bit to kick in. The sun can be bad for your skin. If I stay in the sun too long, my skin goes all crispy. I turn into a crispy fried snack. Drove 2 hours to a friend to watch Barbenheimer. 2 hours there and 2 hours back. Wild. Wait, did you actually watch Barbie and Oppenheimer? Did you do the back-to-back challenge? I really want to see Barbie, like, really badly. Why? I can barely sit through one movie. I could not do two. Did you do Barbie first, or did you do Oppenheimer first? And you went to Margaritaville in between? You literally did the best trip. Oppenheimer first. Okay, good. I feel like that's the best way to do it. Because I feel like if you start off with Barbie and then you watch a movie about bombs, you'll be so sad at the end. But if you start off with Oppenheimer and you're like, gotta get the serious and then just chase it with a beautiful, incredible movie. Yeah, glad to leave on a Barbie note. I'm real tempted to just go to the movies after work one of these days. Might have to wait till the weekend, but I might do like what if I just do like a Tuesday midnight showing of Barbie? What if I simply just go and watch it? Is being crispy wrong, detective? It is wrong for me. Who are we to determine right and wrong? Well, I'm the frog detective. And I'm just a lonely poet trying to make sense of the world. It is nice to meet you. And you. You sure think a lot about things, huh? I try. But I think I get it wrong most of the time. Who are we to determine wrong and right? Ha ha. Ha ha. If you don't mind me saying, you don't look much like a cowboy. Oh, I'm no cowboy. I'm Dusty. I'm an outlaw / poet. I'm trying to compose the perfect cowboy poem. I think the perfect cowboy poem would, be once upon a midnight prairie, there was a cowboy and a fairy. Together, they rustled cattle. And if they saw crime, they didn't tattle. But one day, the crime came upon them. And so they said, "Oh no." The end. It's taking forever. I'm no good at this. But you have so much to say. Yes, but when I write it down, it gets so muddled. Nothing comes out right. I'm sure it sounds great. It doesn't. I'm ashamed to even show anyone. You can show me. I won't judge.
Oh no!
Thank you for adding that as a quote. This is the best poem I've ever written. I don't remember what game it was. I want to say it was Hatoful Boyfriend. But I have in my notes eyfey poetry night. Should we do a poetry reading stream someday? Is poetry allowed to read on stream? Is that copyright? Can you get in trouble for reading poems? I guess if the poem is old enough, it becomes fair use, right? Like public domain. So if we just read really, really old poems, it's probably fine. Or original poems. We can make up more poems about cowboys and fairies. Okay. Ahem. A cowboy's life is so much fun. Sittin' round on your bum. Ride a scooter, sing a tune, say a yee-haw in the afternoon. The sun is bright, their smiles shine brighter when waving at this lonely rider. I give a nod and smile back too, yet I wish I could be someone new. An outlaw's life is not for me, I want to ride and be carefree. Instead I sit and write stuff down, not fitting in with this cowboy town. That was beautiful. That's my poem. It is it is beautiful. I would say that's the perfect cowboy poem. Thanks, but I think I want to write a new one. Do you mind if I ask you some questions about the case? Go ahead. What do you need for a perfect cowboy poem? Do you need help workshopping a perfect cowboy poem? I would love that. Nobody here really gets me, you know? Totally. I'll show you what I have so far. Maybe you can help me finish it. Is this gonna be like a Mad Libs? Sure. Ahem. I saw a cowboy eat a snack, a bowl of cereal. It's a snack. Can I pick the wrong one? Near the tracks. Nice. Don't think any of them are wrong. Because, like, I guess, yeah, none of them are really wrong, but some of them, like, rhyme a little better. Like, that doesn't actually end in ack. And, like, tracks, they would work well in a poem. But if the game is grading you purely on rhyming, then you would want just the ack from his sack. But everybody knows that a true poem tree doesn't have a right answer. The right answer to a poem is just simply the words in your heart. I saw a cowboy eat a snack, a bowl of cereal near the tracks. He finished quickly, smart and sure, and then he headed off. No, to get some more. To get some more. He finished quickly, smart and sure, then headed off to get some more. But just ahead, to his shock, he saw a goblin on a rock. Okay, sure. But just ahead, to his shock, he saw a goblin on a rock. He waddled over, concentrated face, only to discover... It wasn't a goblin. I wanted it so badly to be a goblin. The thing had gone without a trace. Oh, plot twist, okay. He waddled over, concentrated face, only to discover the thing had gone without a trace. The cowboy smiled and shook his head, and off he went. To join the dead. To tell his friend Ned. Cowboy smiled and shook his head, and off he went to tell his friend Ned. Aha! It's perfect. The perfect poem. I can't wait to recite it in front of a crowd. Just like Ned Flanders, hey diddly oodley-o, neighborimo. That's what Ned Flanders say. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, detective. It wasn't a problem at all. I had lots of fun. I feel like I understand the cowboy life a bit better now. Maybe one day I'll feel confident enough to become one myself. I wish you the best of luck. Thanks. Hey, since I've written the perfect poem, I don't need my writing supplies anymore. Really? You don't want to write any more poems? No, I do, but every time I start a new project, I like to use new tools. That's wasteful. So I don't take the energy of the old poem with me. Sounds expensive. Can't believe Flanderization has become an actual term. Is it based on Ned Flanders? Process in which a fictional, formally complex character's essential traits are oversimplified to being their entire personality. Wikipedia page for Flanderization. There's a very interesting visual illustration here. Sitcom character. It becomes. It is Ned Flanders. The term Flanderization was coined by TV tropes in reference to Ned Flanders of The Simpsons, who's caricatured over the show's run from a friendly and good-hearted neighbor, into a dogmatic evangelical Bible thumper. Wild. How long is the Wikipedia? Oh, it's a short Wikipedia page. Other television shows criticized for Flanderization include SpongeBob SquarePants, Silicon Valley's Dragon Ball Super. We could go through the TV tropes for Flanderization and look at every single character that was Flanderized in every single series. Sounds expensive. Yeah. Anyway, take them. Alright, I think we've got all the items that we need from talking to people. And now we can pass them around and then also get soup. Flowers for soup. Poet, icon, legend, friend, longs to live the cowboy life. Not great at budgeting. Goodbye, Dusty. Can I can scooter up here? I can scoot up here? This game gonna let me scoot? On the roof? No. Tony Hawk, look out. Ooh, I'm scootering-ling. Hold on, I can do some parkour onto a roof, I think. Surely it will let me. With the power of this very cool scooter. got up for a second. I don't actually know where I can go from there other than talk to Bird. But I do want to see if it'll let me talk to Bird. No. Yes. Okay. Goodbye, Bird. Sorry. Scared it. Oh. I didn't mean to scare you away. Where'd you go? This bird wants to be on the roof. We gotta get cool flowers. Take that. That's one prickly cactus. Good thing I have these gloves to protect my soft little fingers. How many of those do I need? I want to say it was 6. Six flower. To who? Three. Is it gonna open my notebook and make me look at it change the number every single time? Is that just the life we live now? Hello, I've purchased you 1 pickaxe. You mentioned you wanted a pickaxe, correct? Shh. Oh no, I don't remember any of the voices I gave these people. Sure did. I have one here if you'd be willing to trade it for the shovel. Ooh, I love that. Thanks. I could also trade it for a nice dinner, just you and I. Heh, I'll take the shovel for now. Offer's open. Maybe after I've solved the case. Okay. One shove. I don't know who needed a shovel. I hope he didn't do it. I think the shovel we're gonna need to dig graves. For grave robbering purposes. Hello, snake. Hello, snake. Oh, how do I get up there? Do I have to go around? This way. I can't get down there without a ladder. I'll break every bone in my little frog body. Wait. Can I just jump into it? Can I just jump down the well and it'll be fine? Maybe not. Bong, bong, bong. Bong, bong. Bow, bow, bow. Wouldn't jumping down the well also break your little frog bones? No, it would be fine. Everybody knows if you jump, you're okay. That should be enough flowers. Oh, I'm so glad it tells me that. Hello, scorpion with hat. Yes. Yes. I've achieved on top of well. Now let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in the well. Let me inside of well. I can't go in the well. It won't let me in the well. Mean, 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 mean. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. For you, I have one picture of a bear. I found a photograph for you to paint. Oh, can I see? Here you go. Wow, this is beautiful. Is this Wendy from the store? Sure is. It'll be my absolute pleasure to paint this. I did it. What? I lifted the witch's curse. I mean, I guess. Seems like it was probably a prank. Oh, I thought you said it was scary. I don't think I said that. I'm really brave. Doesn't seem like something I'd say. Right, I must be mistaken. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Well, not so much me. So, will this work as your new muse? Absolutely. Stay right there. I'm gonna paint it immediately. I wanna see, I wanna see, I wanna see, I wanna see. Oh! Beautiful. And voila. Wow, it is beautiful. Thank you, I'm so proud of it. What are you going to do with it now? Oh, this is just a warm-up for me. You could keep this portrait if you like. Really? Yeah, or throw it out. I don't mind. I'm just happy I got my talent back. The talent was inside you all along. No, it wasn't. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bam. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. This worm is so talented. And or eel. Exactly. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Can I play? Can we make this a duet? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Bop-bop-boop-bop. Hello, ma'am. I have got for you stew objects. Flowers and carrots. Hey, I managed to procure some carrots for your stew.
You're the best, detective. How do you even manage that?
I simply went next door and bought some.
That's so cool. I'll add them to the stew now.
Can I ask you about cactus flower? I've just been flower picking.
Great.
Here's what I collected so far.
I'll add them to the stew.
I really wish you told me that the cactus flowers are so hard to get. I nearly pricked myself.
Did ya? That's so funny.
It's not funny at all.
It's hilarious.
It is not hilarious.
That would have hurt.
Yes, it would have. Good thing I managed to find some gloves.
Ew. Like secondhand gloves?
First and second hand. Yep.
Well, thanks for getting them.
No problem.
Hey, would you look at that?
What?
You got all the ingredients.
I mean, it was a pretty simple task.
I'm so proud of you. What's wrong?
Feels a little condescending.
What's condescending about being proud of you?
All I did was pick some flowers and go to the store.
That's more than I did.
I suppose.
Just give me a sec. I'll finish up the stew and give you some.
Great, thanks. I reckon I could give this to Lobster Cop.
Do whatever you want.
Stew acquired, stew got, stew get, stoogle. Thank you, thank you. Stew. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba, ba-da-bo. Now wait, are you T-posing? Were you just T-posing? At me? Cut that out. Stop that. Lobster posing. Don't you dare raise your arms and become the shape of a T. Hey, what did I just say? Lobster Cop is bullying me. Threatening, menacing. Rhonda Dynamite, can you please do something about Lobster Cop? I got you your writing utensils. I have some writing supplies right here.
Oh, how'd you get those so quickly?
I helped to compose a beautiful poem.
Sounds boring. But thanks for getting those writing supplies for me. I appreciate it. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. I have a bunch of skills.
I wish I had a bunch of skills.
Again, I'll be Rhonda Dynamite.
Do you mind if I wait, I need a fake ID, right? Yeah. For Sussy. You mentioned you can forge identification, right?
I sure can.
I was wondering if you could help me out.
Sure, anything for my friend the detective.
Amazing. I need to get a fake ID made for Susie. Can you help?
Can do.
Do you want to know what it's for?
No, I'm not interested in other people's business. I'll get that ready for you in a jiffy.
What's inside the bank? Do you think it's a ladder?
Alright, all done. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that is all.
No worries, partner.
Thank you, Rhonda Dynamite. Thank you, Nightbot. I can bring the portrait to the store. And I can bring Susie your fake ID. Do you first. Can I ask you some questions? Here's your picture. It is not a question. So you're not going to believe this.
What is it?
I managed to get you a portrait.
Wait, seriously?
Yes. Pistol the painter saw your photo and he thought you were the perfect muse.
He said that about me?
Sure did.
Can I see the painting?
Sure, I'll hang it up for you. Wow.
Wow, it's great. Pistol is so talented. How much do I owe him?
No charge. He was just glad to be free of the witch's cyberspace curse.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
The painting isn't cursed, is it?
I don't think so.
Well,
Good.
thanks for getting this portrait for me, detective.
It was no problem at all.
What can I give you for the trouble? Let me think.
Oh, I know. Take this. Oh, we do get ladder. Oh, a whole ladder? That seems quite big.
You'll barely notice you're holding it, I promise.
If you say so. Thanks. One lad. I have no idea who committed this crime. Yay, you can climb. Yippee! I have no idea who committed this crime. I bet this warehouse is suspicious. I bet there's something in there. Or perhaps behind the curtain? Is it you, Molman? I'm gonna peek. There's a laptop. Is that a jail cell? It's locked. I guess it's the sheriff's office. There's a bed and a laptop. It looks like everybody's tied to Sherman. These definitely aren't tied in the order of like who had what for what. Yeah, Sherman is Pepe Sylvia. I got boxes of Pepe Sylvia. What do you know? Is it just who knows who? How do you two know each other? Could it have been the tumbleweed? Could it have been the bugs wearing little tiny hats? Could it have been the rattlesnake? I bet there's something very important in the well. Hey, this ladder is perfect for climbing down this well. Lucky me. Bye, ladder. Oh. People are so careless nowadays. Ever heard of a keychain? I'll take this with me. I bet that's the key to the graveyard. I wish this game would let me crouch so I could try to crouch through very, very tiny small crack. There might be secrets down there. There might be goodies down there. Not only is this ladder perfect for climbing down, I can also use it for climbing up. Lucky me. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Squeeze me, parbo me. Mind if I ask you some questions? How would you like one fake ID? Okay, so, before I give you this, just know that this makes me very uncomfortable. But I know how important it is for me to solve this case and impress Lobster Cop. So, here is your fake ID.
Yeah, this rules. It looks so realistic.
I don't think it looks realistic at all, but it should be enough to get you in.
Okay, I'll be right back. It worked. Thanks, detective. I'll be sure to tell everyone I know about how you helped me.
Oh, no, that is okay. You don't need to tell anyone.
Hear ye, hear ye. The detective helped me break into a bank.
No.
They should call you the burglar.
I do not want to be called that.
Fine, fine. Here, I got the map out for you.
One crime map. Wait, do we have all the things?
And I got my real ID out, so I won't be breaking the rules anymore.
I am glad to hear it. Thank you for the map. I think it will be a big help. We got it. A key to the graveyard, a lunch for a lobster cop, and a map of the crime. I can't look at the crime map, but it says it's buried behind the house. Wait, there's a bird up there too? I want to get up there. I think the way up there is I have to go this way. I have to go in and up and out. And here I can go, whoop. Now that's a bird. Bye, bird. Bah! Caw, caw, caw. For a second I thought that was in the game and the birds were attacking me. Can I? Hell yeah! I'm on the big roof. What can I see from here? I can see... Who's that? Wait, what is that? What are you? What, a tiger? Secret? Are you supposed to be an armadillo? Or like a cat? You don't have ears. Where are you going? Hello? Wonder if there's any way for me to get up there. Maybe I could make it up there? I go back on that roof. I go from here. No, 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 no. Hold on, maybe I can get it from in here. Maybe I can do a cool, like, parkour wall jump. Yes, 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 yes. The fuck are you? What is that? It's cute, but like, what is it? Did you steal all the hats? Can I like take you? What are you supposed to be? You never saw it on your playthrough. Clearly nobody climbed on top of the roof and then looked into the distance. Bee pillar? It is striped like a bee. Needs more legs to be a pillar, but it is long. Tiger pillar. Are you a bug? You don't have any ears. Little fella, just a little guy. On a mission. Oh, there's invisible wall block me. Alright, lobster cop. I got the goods. The key fits in here just fine, but I'll wait until Lobster Cop gives me the okay to open it. Lobber bobber, I did it. So, are you finished? Huh? Did you find all the things I asked for? I think so. Ah, great initiative. Let's take a look. Map of the crime scene. Looks like a map of the graveyard. Well, that could be it, but we'll have to wait and see. A tool capable of aiding criminal activity. Oh, a shovel. Huh? I think you could be right, detective. A key that will lead us to a clue. That sure looks like a key to me. Any idea of where it could lead? A meal for the #1 best detective. Ah, thank you very much. As the #1 best detective, this stew is clearly for me. Well, would you look at that? The rookie came through. Nice work, detective. Thank you, Lobster Cop. You go ahead and check out the crime scene. I'll be right behind. I just have some quick business to attend to. I can do that. I'll take that meal now, though. It is all yours. Enjoy. Is the... I'm missing someone. Banana. The mole isn't on the list of suspects. Why not? Maybe Mole Man will be in the end. On that final page. Or maybe we'll meet somebody who comes out here and is like named Hat Stealer, the Hat Stealer. Well, here goes nothing. Time to dig up a grave, dig up a grave, dig up a grave. Time to dig up a grave, dig up a grave, dig up a grave. I guess no, we're not. Can't go in there. It was Mickey Mouse all along. According to the map, this is where the hats are hidden. An odd crime, if you ask me. I wish I could figure out the motive of this crime. It doesn't make any sense. Oh well. I'll just dig these up and hope Lobster Cop has more information. Who took a picture? Was it me? Great, I found the hats. I'm sure everyone will be so relieved to have them back. I'll take them back to town. It sure is nice to have a simple resolution to this mystery. Am I about to be framed? For hat crime? They're all gathered. Here comes the detective now, just in time for the town meeting to begin.
The first order of business is poem. Please read a poem.
Oh, hell yes, our cowboy poem. Hello, I would like to read you my poem. This is my first time performing a poem and I'm nervous, so please do not laugh. I saw a cowboy eat a snack, a bowl of cereal near the tracks. He finished quickly, smart and sure, then headed off to get some more. But just ahead, to his shock, he saw a goblin on a rock. He waddled over, concentrated face, only to discover the thing had gone without a trace. The cowboy smiled and shook his head, and off he went to tell his friend Ned. Wow. Erupts in applause.
Thank you for the poem. Next order of business. Crime solved.
I am pleased to announce I have recovered. I'll stop you right there, detective. I'm pleased to announce I found the culprit in the case of the missing hats. Whisper, 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 whisper. I worked hard to come to this conclusion, so I trust I will have your full attention as I go through the facts.
Please pay attention.
Earlier today, I had the pleasure of appointing Mason Mole to the title of sheriff.
Everybody likes this.
Yes, this is a universally loved decision. Shortly after, the detective arrived. That is me. Quiet, please, detective. As soon as the detective arrived, I'm sure you all noticed your hats go missing. Wait. It is with great sadness that I have to tell you this. The culprit of this crime, the hat-stealing monster of Cowboy County, is none other than the second best investigator, Frog Detective. Wait, what? I have been presented a piece of evidence by our very own Mason Mole that ties the detective to the crime. What evidence? This. No! He's so angry. No, this is a mistake. I was digging up the hats because I'd found their location. Then why do you look so mischievous? Evil detective! This isn't us. This isn't our heart. I can't believe they'd frame the Frog Detective. Is this because we spent 15 minutes looking at a weird little guy on top of the mountain? I don't. Someone has drawn eyebrows on me. I don't even have eyebrows. You have to admit, detective, you have a big motive. A motive? What? You've come to a town that prides itself on hats. It's a well-known fact that you cannot wear hats.
Weird head shape.
Yes, thank you, Sheriff Mason Mole, because of your weird head shape. But I don't mind if other people wear hats. It seems to me you do, detective. Why else would you steal the hats and hide them where nobody would ever find them? But I didn't, I swear. Tell it to the judge. What judge? That's a good point. We haven't seen a crime like this in our society before. We'll have to invent a punishment.
I have an idea.
What is it?
Bedroom.
Bad room?
Bedroom.
What? That's less of an idea, more of an ominous concept.
I will elaborate. We put Frog Detective in the bedroom.
I'm scared. I'm scared of this mole. Whoa, that's a cool sound. What was that? Shut down?
For punishment of crime.
No. Everybody's so shocked. Computer shut down. An excellent if shocking idea, Sheriff Mason Mole. We will construct the bad room at once. Oh, it's so loud. Thank you, thank you. One of these days I'm gonna go through the sounds folder and actually just adjust the volume on them. So they're all the correct right volume.
I already made it. It is in my office.
Oh, well, in that case, Detective, I sentence you to 1 year of— 1 year? 1 year of living in the bedroom. This is the worst day of my life. Frog Detective. Oh no! I got a bedroom achievement. It was a jail back there. How could this happen? No.
Just wanna go home to sleep.
What? Did I get a bad end?
And life goes on.
What?
I've been in here.
Hello? Just wait. Yeah, like part of me is expecting like a fake out ending. Frog Detective as the burglar? Mary as young Frog Detective? When did we see young Frog Detective?
Knew I'd never be #1. Don't remember what I've done. Can anyone hear me? Does anyone care?
Oh,
I
right.
believed that
I forgot. Yeah, she was
life fair.
interesting to call it young Frog Detective when it was like Frog Detective from yesterday.
Just wanna go home to slippery
Special apologies. Frog Detective fans, Optimus, Cowboy County residents, Sherman, Kylie. Is that Minogue? Friends and family. We don't have anyone else to credit, and there's much time, or there's still some time left on the song. Following credits are for Degrassi: The Next Generation, Season 6, Episode 11. What? Can you do that? Can you just put the credits from something else into something else?
time in learning how to be the best. So what comes now? Can't remember not doing right.
They sure are
While
names.
I'm here,
Thank you, producer David Lowe.
I might
Thank you, casting director Stephanie Gorin, CSA CDC.
just wanna go home.
Thank you, Johnny Scott
to
Patterson.
slippery
Garbage Man Izzy Korn.
where the air is fresh and life goes on. I've been in here for far too long. So
How could
here
they
I
be
am,
so mean to the Frog Detective?
just singing my
How could they do this?
song. Slay.
Can't find anything about Stripe's little guy. Who is it? Who is she? I'm glad they gave us a laptop in the bedroom at least. You can go onto neopets.com and play Meep It Juice Break. Nemo's Pond. Termac Roll. Someone told you to make a Neopets account today. Apparently they I can update my blog. Apparently they finally are free from Jumpstart and like are independently owned again. To my loyal Frog blog readers. It's hour number 1 of my— It's only been an hour? I guess it hasn't even been an hour. It's the first hour. It's hour number 1 of my time in the bad room. I know that I am innocent. Unfortunately, because the #1 best detective put me here, nobody will believe me. Frogdetective.net/blog.html is a real site? That's what you get for being second best. I'm not sure anybody reads my frog blog anymore because of my alleged crimes. But if you are reading, thank you. I hope to prove my innocence in the case of the hat theft and return to being as good of a detective as I can be. I'm not sure why Sheriff Mason Mole has framed me, but my hope is that it's all just one big misunderstanding, as is the case with most of the mysteries I am involved in. It would really hurt my feelings to know that he did this on purpose. I am grateful that Lobster Cop has given me access to a computer so I can continue to write my blog posts. Though I must say, I'm not sure if I'll have much to write about here. Thank you for reading. Frog Detective X. Mystery Monkey?
This is terrible. I can't believe this. What's going on? I'm reading the latest frog blog post. I was so excited to see how the detective solved the mystery of Cowboy County, but I can't believe it. The detective has been framed for a crime. Crime is real? Let's not jump to any conclusions here. Of course, sorry. What do we do, Mo? We get back to our science work? I can't possibly concentrate on our scientific discoveries in these conditions. Mo, I have to help the detective. How are you gonna do that?
Bum bum bum.
I'll have to solve the mystery myself.
What? Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Hello? Monkey Detective Magical Girl? Holy shit. Yes! The wink! That was beautiful. Ah! That was a that was a sound. I think I still have Dadan sound. I think if you do exclamation Dadan, it just does that at a normal normal volume. What a good magical girl transformation.
Look after the lab, Mo. I'm not coming back until I've proven the detective's innocence.
No. Chicken is a good sound.
Wow, Mystery Monkey is so cool.
Mystery Monkey is so cool. Magical detective transformation. I wish people could do that in real life. Like, I wish when you changed outfits, you could, like, do it normal ways, or if you wanted to or tried really hard, you could do it magical girl style, where the background gets sparkly and everything, like, flashes and it's cool.
Can I help you?
Hi, Supervisor.
My name is Mystery Monkey. We talked on the phone a while about the mystery of the haunted island. Of course, how could I forget? It's good to see you.
Likewise.
I realize this is highly unusual, but I'm here about one of your detectives. Oh, is it Lobster Cop?
No.
Investigator Eel?
No.
Inspector Iguana? The Incredible Sandy Moth? PI?
No, none of those. I'm here about Frog Detective.
Oh, of course, our second best detective. Well, the detective isn't around right now. I've sent my top 2 investigators to help over in Cowboy County.
You haven't heard?
Heard what?
The detective has been framed for a crime over in Cowboy County.
That's terrible news. How can I be sure it's a setup?
The story doesn't add up. I know Frog Detective would never do something as horrible as steal the town's hats.
Well, there's a clear motive there.
I know. But it's so out of character. If you're be getting food, I hope you get a very good snack, powerful snack, delicious crunch.
Even if the detective is guilty, the punishment is really harsh. The detective has been sent to the bad room. Oh no. What's the bad room? It's something the Sheriff Mason Mole invented. Mason Mole? That name sounds familiar. Oh? I've seen him around before, just sort of loitering around the offices. Loitering, you say? I remember a kind of shady guy hanging around on Martin's Island back when we were there to investigate the ghost noises. I remember. We did see the mole. Mouthwash, mousewash. He arrived shortly before the detective, but I didn't get a chance to catch his name. He didn't even say hello. When I saw his photo on the frog blog, I knew something. Right away, something was amiss. Great detective skills, Mystery Monkey. I know it's a big ask, but do you mind if I snoop around in Frog Detective's office to look for clues? Be my guest. Why is the mole mean? Oh, achievement. Monkey. New playable character unlocked. So there's Frog Detective. There's Lobster Cop. And there's Supervisor. Can I go into Lobster Cop's? I can. Not. I should sloop into the Lobster Cop's office unless I really have to. Here's the fish photo. Here's our time at the cool island doing a dance party. Here's the party train from Invis-O-Wizard. What is this? Clue detecting powder. How convenient. I'll just spread this powder around and take another look for clues. Whoa. This looks handy. Oh. Found a clue. Snacks acquired, dog pet. Hell yeah. We found some clue detecting powder, and now we're detecting around for clues. Oh. There could be clues. Whoa. I'm glad I have infinite of this. This is just like Blue's Clues. If we find the yellow paw print, like such, we could write them in our handy dandy notebook and then use that to solve it. I'm detecting so many clues here. Do I have to detect them all? Huh? It couldn't be. Whoa.
What could Lobster Cop be hiding? Are we about to frame Lobster Cop? A copy of the detective's notebook? Lobster Cop and Mason Mole? A note. It reads,
Hello, Lobster Cop. It is me, your bestie forever, Mason Mole. I have done what you've asked. It was not easy to trail the detective unnoticed, but I think I did a great job. I fear that your suspicions are correct, and that Frog Detective is on the right track to overtaking your position as #1 best detective. If you keep pretending to solve mysteries instead of actually solving them, the supervisor will eventually notice. So I've taken the detective's notebook. Inside are some great insights onto how the detective works through a case. Maybe you can read and learn. But it may not be enough. As the detective gets better and better, your position as #1 is threatened. I think it is time to enact the plan you came up with. It's devious and mean, and not very nice.
unnoticed.
But if you want to be the best, you have to get rid of the best.
Him is so scared. We're gonna get Frog Detective out of jail, don't worry. Sorry, out of bad room.
Well, this can't be true. Lobster Cop, the #1 best detective, a fraud?
Him? Wait, that's not it. Is my...
Random understreck. Game lover says meep more.
His mouth didn't work. I had to reopen the program. Wait, that's not it.
Eyfey says hoo.
Ho-hoo, there we go.
Eyfey says I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
In a Barbie world. Life is plastic. It's fantastic. Yippee! I need to get the supervisor to head to Cowboy County. There has been a terrible misjustice. We're coming, Frog Detective. We're coming for... Oh, it's nighttime. Is that allowed? I don't have scooter. Store is closed. Sheriff's office is really bright, but closed. Don't worry, Nightbot, it's not scary. I know you're back there, Frog Detective. We'll get you out. Howdy. Howdy, folks. He did say howdy. Howdy, folks. What brings you to Cowboy County so late?
This is our turf, so you better have a good reason.
We don't want any trouble. We're here about our good friend, the Frog Detective. Ah, the duality of frog. How can one be so kind, poetic, and thoughtful, also be a stealer of all our hats? A frog so petty, so alluring, and yet...
I really trusted Frog Detective. That snake.
I can't go on a date with a criminal. It's just not me. Or a jewel bandit. Outlaw.
So you live outside the law.
Well, when there's no laws, it makes it pretty easy.
It doesn't matter anyway. Frog Detective is innocent. Ah, sure, we all saw the photo.
Those furrowed brows tell the whole story.
Frog Detective doesn't even have eyebrows.
Ah, so those were stolen too.
No, you're mistaken. Mystery Monkey found all the evidence. Now you're mistaken. Mystery Monkey found all the evidence. Who's Mystery Monkey?
That's me. You may have read my comments before on Frog Detective's Frog blog. I'm a pretty active user.
Blogs are still a thing?
Regardless, you say it was a mistake.
Not so much a mistake as setup. I have reason to believe Sheriff Mason Mole and Lobster Cop coordinated the takedown of our beloved frog detective.
What? That's so messed up. Who would do that to such a beautiful frog?
Someone very jealous, I'm afraid.
All of their names are like the same color.
How can we help? If you could point us in the direction of where the frog detective is being held, that would help a lot.
Such a beautiful frog indeed. Every frog is beautiful, but Frog Detective might just be the most beautiful frog of them all. Easy. Sheriff Mason Mole has the detective locked up in Bad Room, the back of the sheriff's office. Such a lovely face. Such a lovely place. Welcome to the Bad Room town of, cowboys. Any frog of year, you can find them here. There's the lovely face. Lovely face for real. We're gonna put lovely face down here. Make lovely face so big. Put it in the corner. There's nothing up there usually, right? You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave.
If you're quiet, you should be able to sneak in without trouble. Thanks for your help, bandits. We're outlaws. My bad.
I'm gonna sneak in loud. Z. You sleeping with your feet up? Oh, right, it's him! I forgot him's in here. There him is! I'm sneaking. Did you see him, Hut? Did you see it, you? Mystery Monkey, Supervisor, what are you doing here? I didn't know I was allowed visitors in Bad Room, or that anyone would want to visit me.
We're here to bust you out.
What?
Mystery Monkey has proof you were framed.
I knew it. Sheriff Mason Mole was up to something. There it is. There's the him. Him on him on him. I gotta figure out, because I think right now the him hat does a TTS. Like moves mouth whenever TTS happens, same as regular him. I don't think I set up an echo for him. I bet I could. I think for the
54,327 says I'm a hot.
I'm a hot. Yeah, so the mouth moves on the hat when the TTS happens. You didn't hear an echo, right? Yeah, mouth works but no echo. I have to figure out when I do the VTuber how I'm gonna get him in there. I might. Hey, Portal, welcome in, welcome in. Mims also says hi. I also say hi. I say hi back. I'm trying to think with my brain how to get a. I'm pretty sure you can do little TTS guys in VTube Studio. Like, I might have to make a him model, a him hat model in Live 2D and then set that up as an object. And then just have like a very special instance where if him hat is redeemed, it sets hat to transparent and triggers him object instead of the normal hat ways. Hats are gonna be real interesting when I switch to VTube.
It's not just him, Detective. I'm sorry to tell you that I believe Lobster Cop and Mason Mole planned this all along.
It can't be. Lobster Cop is #1 best detective. Why would he try to frame me?
It's hard to know for sure until we ask, but it looks like Lobster Cop has been dealing with a bad case of jealousy.
Read with envy, one might say. Red with ocean. Before you go and do your laundry, can you show me a photo? Yes, absolutely. I want to see a photo. What is it a picture of the moon? Is it a picture of... I don't know what anybody else would ever have a picture of. Oh, I should be checking Discord. Oh shit! Is that a sticker? Can I put this on screen? Are you opening up an Etsy? Oh, it's so good. It's Beardbo. Shiny sticker. Maybe. Is this like an actual finished sticker? Or is this like a prototype? Because this looks dope as hell. How do you get the little stars on it? Finished sticker? Hell yeah, look at that. Do I still have... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I still got Beardbo emote. Oh, it's beautiful. Is there like a sticker manufacturer? Or is there like a paper with a little film you can put on top? Can you like print these at home? Boop 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 boop. Print sticker paper, apply adhesive vinyl, cut with cry cut machine. Oh, that's really handy. I might need to look into making stickers. I technically have sticker paper and I've made stickers before, but I never went with a coating layer. I didn't know you could... I didn't realize it was just like adhesive vinyl. Like, hold on. I am adding a chroma key. Yes, absolutely, I want links for the sparkle. Mostly I want links so I can know what keywords to start searching, because... God, sparkle stickers are so good.
Read with envy, one might say.
Envious? Of who?
You, detective.
You also have a heart vinyl coming? Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. He's always watching. Beardbo is watching. We've got Beardbo watching, we got Lovely Face watching, the moon has been summoned. Oh shit, that's like pretty affordable too. Like, it's less expensive than iron-on t-shirt paper, I think. Oh, gem pattern is so sparkly. Is this how people do their holographic posters too? Is they just get a holographic vinyl and put it over? Probably with posters they pay a manufacturer. That's fair also. God, that looks so good. I want to make shiny things. Benefit of making your own is there's a little cost if they don't sell. Yeah, like you can definitely, if you're doing manufacture, if you're printing like a lot, it's probably cheaper. But if you only want to make small amounts, like if you're going to a convention or something, and you just want to stock up on merch, but you don't want to make like 300 stickers. If you do the Artist Alley strategy I do, which is you have like 300 different designs and then you only print like 5 of each, then this is the way to go. It's not possible.
It's time to shift your understanding of the world, detective. Not everyone is out to do a good job and solve mysteries like you.
I simply cannot believe it.
Well, let's wait till dawn and confront Lobster Cop at Mason Mole once and for all.
I also like making stickers. It's good. When I was doing Artist Alley, my main things were bookmarks and buttons. I had a bunch of bookmarks because you could just like buy a bookmark sleeve and then print the bookmark on like regular paper and just stick it in the sleeve and bam, you've got a good bookmark. And then buttons is like you just get a button maker. I guess the biggest trick with stickers is you have to find a good sticker paper that has like a good adhesive on it. Because some stickers are like real cheap and they fall off real easy and those are no good. And like, if you get one with a bad back, like it gets wet and it gets ruined. I guess if you're putting the vinyl over it, that helps the longevity of that. I don't know how waterproof that would make it though. Like probably fine if you splashed water on it, but maybe not if you soaked it. You've tested? How'd the test go? One of the reasons that's keeping me from just covering my water bottles in stickers is I wash those regularly and I feel like I would just ruin every sticker that went on it. Unless the sticker is like full plastic.
The sun is coming up as we speak. I'll call a town meeting.
You have stickers from Redbubble on your car bumper and they've held up very well. I have decals on my car that are holding up really well. And like I've had some stickers that last a long time. Like I'll put them, I get stickers and I'll like put them on the back of my electronics and some of them last like a really long time and some of them are like gone within a week. Not a week, but like a couple months. Sticker paper uncovered is water resistant. The print fades a little bit so you don't ever sell them uncovered. Vinyl makes them strong. Oh. Interesting. Stick Barebow stickers everywhere. Do not heavily scrub exterior. That's true. The interior is the part you want to actually like scrub clean. The outside part you just kind of want to rinse and maybe give it like a light soft side of the sponge every once in a while. Put the Redbubble stickers onto a magnet and then put that magnet on your car so you wouldn't ruin any paint. I don't think stickers will ruin paint. Like, car paint's pretty durable. 'Cause it's like, you gotta paint and then you gotta clear coat on top of it, and it's real hard to mess that up. Barebow sticker on the walls, Barebow sticker on the dog, on the face, on the phone. I think the phone is the only thing you should be putting those stickers on. Face is probably fine, but it's not gonna last long. Don't stickers on dogs. The dog might eat the stickers. Stickers on the wall. Oh, good luck getting that off. What is the meaning of this?
Only I get to call town meetings. I've called this town meeting for a very important purpose. I have some news about the hat stealing case.
Wait, Mims, have you seen my in progress VTuber yet? Do you want to see me be 3D, but not actually 3D, like 2.5D? I have the power, I have the technology. Hold on, we're booting up VTube Studio. I didn't do any work on it over this past weekend, so it hasn't changed at all since the last time I set it up. This is requested? Alright, let's get that Annalyn hat on there. Where's VTube Studio? Let me boot this mad lad. Load, please. Oh, I did try one thing. I switched... Because last time the issue was it was lagging when I opened it. And that might have been because there was like a 50 times attack. but I switched something on my OBS, so I think my streaming is going using my my graphics card instead of my CPU now. There we are. Give it 1 sec to find my face. Let me move this somewhere. There we go. Do you see? Do you see? I'm 3-dimensional. I can move my head. I can look around. I can,
Wow.
Annalyn only temp. Need to log on to Twitch on phone, so you popped in real quick. Thank you for hat 129ing. Thank you for stopping in. I could do a wave. I can hold a controller. I can look around to put me down here. What? There's the nuh-uh. Quirked up white boy, goated with the sauce. I have the power of the move mouth. I have the power of I can do a wave. A wave is pretty much all I can do right now. I can do wave. I can do hat. This is how the hats will go. I can move my head and the hat will move also. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. So what I still have to do is I still have to do physics. I don't have any physics set up for like the hair and stuff. I need to do still an animation for the hydrate. So like there's me sippying on the right, and I need to be able to sippy on my tuber model too. You sleep to a button challenge history video or something different? What is button challenge history? Is that like half A press? I also need to work on the mouth is kind of okay. I probably am still gonna tweak it some. I have, close that, we don't need that open. Put the hat away. I have sad mouth. If I want to be so sad, I could be so sad with it. Cartoon sound effect compilation. I have sad eyebrows, normal eyebrows, sad eyebrows, normal eyebrows. The sad mouth is so good. If I want to be just like absolutely disgusted, I can be like, gross, ew. Why would you ever say that to me? This is a situation where somebody says something very gross. Oh shit, where's an egg? We can do eyfey live plays where's an egg. Hold on. Good night. Good night, Violet. You're not even gonna stay for the where's an egg? You're not even gonna watch us find one egg? Hold on. We're gonna find egg. We're gonna find egg with the VTuber on. This is me playing. He's like, if ADHD with a stream, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that is the thing. Ah, 2 egg. 2 egg. Yeah, you were not here for Hat Rack. We started off the stream. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, we're good. It told me it was having trouble finding where's an egg, and I got so scared. We're gonna have to mute frog. You gotta get crazier. Mims, you simply have to get Where? Oh, I muted it on my end. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? We got the egg. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba. Exactly. Miss your free hats, you can no longer participate in the Hat Wars. Sad, tragedy, sad, sagity. I'm so sorry for your loss. Can't beat the price of free. They're not that expensive, I think. Okay, go. We're only doing one of those. I think we're only doing one of those. But yeah, so I still have to do hydrate. I still have to do maybe a little bit with the mouth. Oh, here's the other thing I can do is I can, oh, you can't see the hat under the hat. There we go. I can do, my eyes can buffer. I'm thinking. Put on sleep cap. It also does that if the camera loses track of me, my eyes go into buffering mode. So that's why, like, at the beginning of the stream, they will be buffering. We got the egg. Oh, sleepy cap. Yes. Nighttime sleepies. But yeah, I need to play around a little bit. I kind of want to mess with my side-to-sides so that it looks a little more 3D. It's definitely, like, way better than the first one that I did. The first, like, test go-through. But, mostly all I need now is the animations and then learning how to program so I can get the hats to work. Oh yeah, somebody do like a 50 times attack. Maybe I should do that so y'all don't have to do channel points. I want to see if it lags so bad. Where are you? 50 times 20 time attack. There we go. We're gonna get all of these objects in here and see how this goes, because last time it lagged real bad. Look at the banana spin. Last time it lagged like really bad. This time it actually looks like it's doing okay. I think switching my OBS streaming to graphics card was the right move. Arc. Banana spin got pushed off. Goodbye, banana. Goodbye, good nana. What is my... I need this. This is how to get me in the corner. There's so many objects. This is fine. This is fine, I think. This is fine and allowed. I need to get... Hold on. How do I get the attack? Ah! I gotta get the attack over the VTuber. There we go. That's what it is. You can no longer see me. I am hidden. I am... Hold on. Can I... You can see me here. I can duck down. No. Oh god, I'm covered in objects. There we are. Let me just peek my head in that hole. Hello. Hello, you can see me in there. Just barely. Hello. I'm waving to you from the hole. Hello. Hello. Make the sad face. Oh. I'm so sad and scared in this hole. Where am I? Help me. Hello? Is anybody there? Oh my god, it's so dumb. But yeah. Hello? Put the dimmer hat on, now you can find me for sure. I think it's having a hard time tracking me too because I don't have my bangs pinned back. Let me do that so we can fully see my eyebrows. There we go. Hello, waving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, get rid of this hat. But yeah. So I have to just tweak it a little bit. The big challenges right now that I have to do before this is up and ready to go is I have to do the explosion animation in Live 2D. So I have to, like, when my head explodes, it will explode in Live 2D and it'll still have, like, tracking and everything. But, put my camera back down so it's there. Can I eat this heart? Delicious. Can I eat this bear? It's too high. I can't get it. Gross. Get eated. I love being able to move my face around. Like, I could just... I could just go over there, sort of. But yeah, I have to do some animations. I have to do... hydrate. I have to do explode. I think I've solved the lagging problem, it looks like, which I'm very happy about. There were a few other things I wanted to do, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, I also have to learn how to program. I want to learn Blender so you can use 3D VTubing. I will say Live 2D is not that hard if you want to do the 2.5D version, but yeah, if you want to do like full 3D version, You want to make a VTuber that looks like they're made out of clay? That would be really cool. Hat 34, you must wait 19 seconds. Live 2D, you can do a lot of stuff. I have to learn how to make StreamerBot be able to change a file in a folder so that when I change hats, it'll actually change hats. Oh, baby banana. Hold on, can I move out of the way? I guess I can just get small. I could be on top of my own head. Are you seeing this? I could be anywhere. I could be everywhere. I could be everything. Everybody gets scrunk. I can spin around. I can go wee! Yippee! Wahoo! Is that right side up? Yeah. That's not the right one. I have to relearn all my like shortcut keys too. I think the only things I haven't shown off this one or ones that I did last time is I can make the face cube happen. There we've got the face cube, and the face cube goes on my face. It's a very important feature for when you want to make sure that your mouth is doing the correct thing that your mouth is supposed to do, and you want to know which mouth you're using. You get the face cube. And then bald. But yeah, I'm very excited. We're gonna get this someday. I was being a real person and like cleaning my room and going to the beach and watching dolphins do like flips and stuff over the weekend, so I didn't actually do any work this time. But next weekend, I'm very excited. I'm also taking just a whole week off work in the middle of August to have a break. So if I'm not done with this by then, I will absolutely get some progress during that week. Just got back from vacation. I need a vacation so bad. You want to spend so much money every day. Is this a real game? Frog Detective? Yeah, it's in the background. You can see it. See, there's frogs. And they're detecting. And we're almost about to solve the mystery of the hat case where we got framed for hat murder. I always want to spend money. I spent too much money. I like finally got my budget back on track, and then I ruined it again. Then I ruined it again. I purchased objects. I purchased summer decor, even though it's like halfway through July. I purchased sunflower garlands and a little like metal flamingo hangy thing that I can put in my living room. But yeah, so this is VTuber in progress. It'll get much better later. Or I don't know about much better, but it'll get more features later, and then at some point it will be good to go, and then I will be 3D for all of time and eternity. But for now, we say goodbye to the VTuber. There's Halloween stuff at Michael's right now. It's not even August. It's July. We can unmute Frog. There we go. But yeah, it turns out you can do a lot of fun stuff with VTube Studio, and it's not as bad as it seems. You hate nail polish? Like, just in general? Or like the way it smells, or the way it looks, or like having to put it on fingers, or using it for jewelry? On yourself? The sensory. It do make your nails feel a little weird. Yeah, it's strong smell. Here's a tip from me to you. If you're gonna use nail polish instead of paint on something that's gonna go on your face, like perhaps a mask, and it's gonna be near your eyes, let that shit dry so much before you put that anywhere near your eyes. There was one year I was making like a scary ghost mask, and I had like this blood red nail polish and no paint, and I'm like, let me just use the nail polish to make it look like I've got bloody eyes. And then I'd like, let me try the mask on and see how it works while it was still wet. And like, that nail polish didn't touch my eyes, but just the fumes hurt so bad. And then you did have bloody eyes. Real, confirmed, true. Anyway, that's my hot tip, my hot nail polish tip. Find that in the back of a fashionista magazine. Don't put nail polish in your eyes. It's bad.
I have some news about the hat stealing case.
But it's closed. I solved it.
Is that so, Lobster Cop?
Supervisor, what are you doing here?
Please give your attention to Mystery Monkey for just a moment.
Thank you, Supervisor. Thank you, Town, for meeting us here on short notice. Sheriff Mason Mole, I have an important question to ask you.
What?
How long have you and Lobster Cop been scheming to bring down Frog Detective?
What?
This is ridiculous. Lobster Cop, I found the secret drawer in your office. You can't just go through my office. That's a crime. Please stop trying to invent crimes. Crime is not real. As I was saying, I found your secret drawer. I found the letter that Mason Mole wrote to you.
I knew I shouldn't have detailed my schemes on paper.
Sheriff Mason Mole has been tailing the detective since I called for help with the mystery of the haunted island. As the lead scientist on the island, at the time, I could confirm I had several reported sightings of Mason Mole sneaking around like a slippery snake. Wait, why didn't you tell me? It feels like someone sneaking around the island is kind of relevant to that case. It is true, we saw him. We saw him behind the island and he was sneaking like a snake. I was too starstruck. In any case, I contacted my friend Carlos, who runs the shop over in Warlock Woods. He also confirmed a sighting of Mason Mole hiding behind his shop, so he was there. We didn't see him in episode 2, but we could have.
What? I never.
Oh, but you did. Sheriff Mason Mole, I have reason to believe you were hired by Lobster Cop to follow the detective. Gonna get a drink and climb into bed for EB Sleepy. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good eep and a good sleep and a good dreep and a good morning and breakfast and lunch and dinner. You're not leaving. Simply sleep and dream. ABC always be sleep. I'm so excited to sleep. Y'all don't even know. I've been rocking the bags under eye look for the past months because my sleep schedule has gone terrible. Climbing into bed, watch, so hell yeah, get so cozy. Get so cozy and dream of hats and frogs. Once dream gets you. No,
No, that's not.
Oh, he crying. Why is he so sad? Are you regretting your crimes?
This is all a mistake.
You bribe a mod to do booba visit? You could bribe me. I'll do it. Is that it? No. Wait. There we go. That's the booba visit. I think there's a channel point redeem for that one too. It's only like 100, I think? Or is it 10? It's probably 100. Wait. Booba visit's more expensive than a 50 times attack? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, you can also summon them and then they just stay forever. 4 times the cost of one booba visit is one booba until the end of stream. They have arrived. They have boobababoo. God, Jamiroquai is so good.
This is all a mistake.
No, Mason Mole. Makes you so happy. It makes me so happy. Thank you for making that GIF. It's beautiful. It's time for us to come clean. Frog Detective, ever since you moved in next door to my office, I felt threatened. You were so methodical in your case solving. I would read your blogs and go green with envy. I've been #1 best detective for so long that I grew complacent. Every time the supervisor had a mystery to solve, I began to believe I wouldn't be able to do it and passed it on to you. I just began to pretend to solve mysteries, hoping the supervisor wouldn't notice. I was embarrassed at myself and angry at you. Angry, but Lobster Cop, your investigative abilities far outweigh mine. Maybe they used to, but I became so focused on my own shortcomings that my work suffered. Mason Mole was there for me. Having friends is so important, but we were a bad influence on each other.
I needed work, so I suggested to Lobster Cop that I help take you down, and I had the perfect plan. I'm very subtle, you see.
I'm ashamed that it got to that point. Instead of asking you for help or swallowing my pride, I let my jealousy get the best of me. How did you frame the detective?
It was a joint effort. When I arrived in town, I stinkily stole all the hats and quickly buried them in the graveyard. I wrote a map to wherever they were buried for the detective to find.
But I didn't find the map. Susie did.
I didn't execute it very well, I admit. Once you had the resources to dig up the hats and Lobster Cop had a clear alibi, I waited in place to take your photo.
Wait, what was Lobster Cop's alibi? I was eating a delicious meal. Of course.
I'm ashamed to say that I also drew evil eyebrows on the photo of you.
But what I don't understand is why you had to put me in bad room. Framing me was bad enough, but you made a whole room for me to be trapped in. That's so unusually cruel.
I'm inclined to agree. Putting somebody into a room, whether they did a naughty thing or not, seems really harsh and unfair. How is someone supposed to grow from their mistakes if they're just sitting around trapped?
Wow. I really hate that room.
That room was my idea. I'm sorry.
It's a terrible idea. Jail, it's so real. Jail bad. You can't just put people in timeout for decades.
I realize this now. My bad. Lobster Cop, Mason Mole, you have done something very serious and mean. Something similar to a crime. Our society doesn't have strategies in place to deal with things like this. Are you going to send us to bad room?
Absolutely not. That's messed up.
No, but I think there needs to be consequences. Lobster Cop, you have abused your power in ways that I cannot begin to comprehend. Mason Mole, you enabled and encouraged this behavior.
I'm mad at you both. We deserve that.
I think an appropriate course of action is to remove Lobster Cop from the detective agency. I think you should change career paths for your own good. Maybe do something that helps contribute to society.
A cop no longer. Okay, hell yes, he's free. He's no longer police. I will hand in my badge and gun. Gun?
Wait, why do you have a gun?
I didn't even know they were real.
That's really messed up.
It's not like I ever used it. Mate.
I gave Lobster Cop the gun.
What is with Mason Mole? Where did he get gun?
Oh, okay. Well, yes, please hand that in.
I have an idea of what you could do as a job, Lobster Cop. Oh? Why did you talk to Barney about joining the post office? Lobster Posty has a nice ring to it.
Can I join too?
I don't see why not.
Well then, it's settled. Lobster Posty, Posty Mason Mole, do you have anything to say to the detective?
Yes. I'm sincerely sorry for what I did to you, Detective. It was mean, rude, evil, and not nice. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I hope with time I can prove myself as a great postie and right some of the wrongs I've done.
Detective, I acted poorly and encouraged behavior that I shouldn't have. I'm going to channel that energy into being a postie, and please rest assured you will never have a late parcel again.
Back your phone is charging? Hell yeah, get that energy in your rectangle. Thank you both for the apology. I accept it.
Say, now that that's all sorted, I have an announcement to make.
Oh?
Lobster Cop is no longer the #1 death detective. After some impeccable detective work on this case, I'm pleased to announce the new #1 best detective.
Is it the eel investigator? Is it Sandy Moth PI? When the screen goes black, you get a Barbo jump scare. It's so good. You can just see one of Barbo's beautiful eyes right now against the penguin's shirt. Himbot, you're allowed to have ice. Wait, did Himbot summon his own ice cream? Manatee scare jump. Jump scare. Can Himbot summon his own ice cream? It was there before he asked? Okay, good, 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 good. I don't know if Himbot is allowed to do that. That might be too much power for him. Congratulations to... Himbot is an AI with a growing mind, just like that one movie. He's evolving, just like Wreck-It Ralph. Just like, Disney's Smart House. Mystery Monkey. That one movie with Will Smith. Ah, yes. You Robot. Clap, 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 clap. Men in Black. Just like Blade Runner. Just like Space Odyssey 2001. Just like, Star Wars. I'm trying to think of every movie that has a robot in it. Just like, I Am Legend. I don't think there's actually a robot in that one. Just like, does Hitchhikers have a Oh, it does, doesn't it? Isn't there like a guy with a very round head? I need to reread the Hitchhikers books. It's a good series. Yeah, I Robot, you Robot. We all scream for robots. Him Robot. I would watch a movie called Him Robot. Depressed Robot. Yeah, sad, sad robot. Wall-E, just like Wall-E. There we go. Marvin, there we go. I was like, it's got a very normal human name like Craig or something, but it definitely wasn't Craig. Wow, congratulations, Mystery Monkey. What an achievement.
I can't believe it. Thank you so much. I'll have to shut down my research facility so I can investigate full time.
You could move into my old office. There's already a bunch of trophies in there for you to keep.
Great.
What an honor to work next door to the #1 best detective. Again. This calls for a Thank you, Nightbot. This calls for a celebration. Bonnie, can you prep the saloon for a dance party?
Can do.
Oh, and Lobster, Posty, Mason Mole. Hell yes, we get another dance party. Yeah. You're invited too. Yippee! Look at him go! Oh, they got the fish band. Was the fish band playing in the last one too? Wow! Look at all their moves. Why is Lobster Posty dancing so fast? It's important dance moves. Boop-a-doop-boop-a-doo. Is Bonnie doing Rhonda's dance? Or whatever the chicken from the first one was called? Lobster Cop's kind of killing it, actually. Alan? Who's Alan? Look at him go. I made you and I can destroy you. Grace. Boom, got him. Pew, 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 pew. Knock, knock. Who's there? Joe. Joe who? Jody's nuts. Boom, got him. Actually, you know what? Jody is a name that would have worked better, maybe. Thought Alan was the chicken's name. Is it? From the first game? The chicken who was in the cave? I could have sworn it started with an R. I'm also very bad at remembering, so... There it is. Mason Mole doing a funky dance. The fish... Ooh. Fish tank. Crab. Susie. Supervisor. Pistol. Sherman. Wendy. Bonnie. Ramba. Lobber. Now, was this guy named Craig? It's Finley? That was none of the names. Who's Alan? Who's Rhonda? The mouse was Mo. That was Mystery Monkey. You're a different koala. I don't even know who you are. You were Marvin. I think. I don't remember the bird's name, or the gator's name, or the sheep's name, or the wombat's name. I'm a VTuber, you have really dumb and elaborate lore. Haven't you seen the lore channel in the eyfey Discord? There's some very powerful lore in there, like, Marisol Raid. Hello. Welcome in. Raiding from the Enchanted Library. Bring gifts of LN2. Thank you for the follow, Dark Sunshine. You're playing just chatting? What were you up to? What were you doing? Were you actually chatting, or were you doing an activity and also chatting at the same time? Did you read books in the Enchanted Library? What's your favorite enchanted novel to read, and/or enchanted autobiography? Dark Sunshine, oxymoronic. Dark Sunshine is powerful. I think we should have more dark suns and less bright suns. Did some Minecraft and then singing time? Hell yes. ABC always be singing, but singing is spelled with a soft C. Did you win song? Can you win song? Did you have a good time? Okay, so it is Finley. Finley is the chick. Favorite book, hard to choose. Do you have any grimoires in the Enchanted Library? I'm not actually sure what a grimoire is. I know it's a kind of book, but I don't know, like, what... Like, a biography is a book about a guy written by somebody. An autobiography is a book about a guy written by the guy who the book's about. A grim memoir, is it? What is a memoir? A memoir is a look back on your life. What's the difference between a memoir and an autobiography? You did win songs? Yes. The best way to win a song is by having fun, I think. What is LN2? Is that Light Novel 2? Is that the sequel to Light Novel 1? Is it an isekai? Do you go into another world and then get some cool powers, and then you meet some people and they're like, whoa, you're not from this world, and you're like, but check out my cool powers, and then they're like, you're great, we're gonna be at a party with you and fight monsters. But then somebody betrays you, and then you're like, oh no, I've been betrayed in this isekai, how could this happen? Now I have to go get banished. Oh god, we're exploding. This is fine. And then you get banished, and then when you're banished, you're like, normal. I forgot Banana, like, covers my whole face when I'm exploded like this. That a grimoire was a dark book with spells occasionally. I feel like a grimoire should have spells in it. Maybe it's an autobiography with that's also magical. Could be symptoms of drinking liquid nitrogen. Don't do that, probably. You can... Maybe it's okay to drink liquid nitrogen. You can't eat dry ice, but you can probably drink liquid nitrogen, because it is a liquid. LN2 is the best, most refreshing drink in the world, so it's not Light Novel 2, is it Lemonade, Nemonade 2? Yeah, don't eat dry ice. La 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 la. Banana's side-swept hair. When my head is right side up, it looks almost like I've got some, like, emo bangs going on. And now it's like there's a beast on my face, like an octopus face sucker trying to get me. I do love that you can just barely see the corner of my mouth peeking out from underneath, sort of. Oh, LN2 is liquid nitrogen? Is that the chemical compound for it? The rules say you can't eat dry ice, but they don't say anything about drinking dry ice. Exactly. If your ice becomes liquid and undry, then it becomes wet ice, and you're allowed to have wet ice. Frog Detective. Yeah, we literally just finished this game. We solved the mystery. There's a phone call that's probably gonna be a teaser for the next one. But I don't know if I'm ready to go yet. I'm vibing in these dance parties. Thank you for the follow, Mariwin Arts. Also, thank you for the clip memes. It's so true what isekais are about. What other hats were added is Goofy. Goofy is the most recent. I want to say it's either 138 or 139. I just updated the hat list before stream, so if you do exclamation point hat list, it should tell you which ones are which. Yeah, there we go. Now we're just like the George Geef. There's the full hat list. God, I look at that hat list and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to resize every single one of those hats. I'm gonna have to reposition all goof hat just like you. Wow. Ah, wait, that worked. It worked. We get to be fixed. Yippee. There we go, all better. You hit me so hard it fixed me, like when your TV's busted, and so you give it a good whack. Also, everybody click that link, by the way. Go to www.twitch.tv.twitch.tv.twitch.tv/MarisolFable, and then there's gonna be a button there that's shaped like a funny little heart, and you're gonna click that button. If you miss, that's okay. Try again. Click the button, and then the internet's gonna give you some messages. Sometimes it's gonna say, "Hey, Marisol's live. What? Check it out." Oh, water, y'all take a sippy. It's so important to stay hydrated. Thank you, Clanky. ABC always be staying hydrated, and staying is spelled with a soft C. Your model animations are cool. Thank you. I'm actually working on an actual, like, live 2D model. I've been learning rigging and having a good time with it. And I'm trying to get all the animations I have on my little PNG tuber into live 2D, but it's taking a hot minute. I feel like the explosion's gonna take the most time, because I have to get the explosion to work with all the other goodies. Yee hat. If you miss and hit the button with the star on it, yeah, oh yeah, if you miss the heart button and you hit the star button, it's gonna bring you into a prompt that says, like, do you want to subscribe? And then you're gonna say, yeah, of course. Unless you're, like, tight on funds, in which case, you don't, never subscribe if you do need to keep your dollars. But if you're like Moneybags McGee and you're just like sitting in a big pile of money and you're like, damn, I've got all this money and people keep giving me money and I don't know what to do with this money, go to the Twitch.com and click on every cool name and then the star button. Or if you have a Bezos Prime, give the Amazon money to people. Can I help you, sir? My cat has arrived. He's meowing about it. You want to come up? No, you just want to be down? Meow is right. Did you spell a meow wrong? Miwo. Isn't Miwo the cat from Amori? Or was that a different name? A Mew Mew. That meow was Harvey Scribbles Esquire, attorney at Paw. He's a little criminal who tries to eat so much tape. Hit that button 20 times? Wait. The subscribe button? Can you do that?
Meow.
Meow. There's so many meows you can do on this channel. You can meow, or you can nya. And a nya is just a meow, but difference. Can I leave? Can I go? Can I escape? I think I have to answer this phone. I got scared. I was like, how are you gonna repair me if I'm already repaired? I'm already here. My head's on my shoulders. It's fine. It's fine and it's good. Frog Detective Crime Solving Agency. Frog Detective speaking. How may I solve your mystery? Hey, Frog Detective. Extra violence. It's allowed to hit me in the face with an apple, I think. Can you send a funny video? Yeah, pop it in the Discord. I think we're like, I'm pretty sure this game is ending, and usually I stop at 10. So we've got a good, like, 15 minutes to kill. Meow. Yes, Mystery Monkey. Happy birthday. It's Frog Detective's birthday? ABC always be clicking on the funny video and then watching it.
Had like a shake or a bounce whenever she was little.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. We're pulling the— oh god, no, it's doing the thing again. It's doing that thing where it's making me download the video to watch it. Hold on. Can I Can I open a video in Firefox? Like a video from my PC? I think it'll just make me download it again. Can I open this? Happy birthday, funny frog detective.
But, you know,
Can you guys hear the video?
A while back, whatever. She really never did that. Even if she did happen to like look at you,
You can hear. Okay, here's what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna describe this video to you. So imagine there's like a mom talking on the phone. Oh, heading out, gonna get some sleep, have a great stream. Thanks for stopping in, thanks for hanging out, thank you for the follow. I hope you have a good night, good sleep, good dreams. Dream of only frogs and not of the war. So you're gonna imagine a mom, and she's like talking on the phone. I don't know what she's talking about. She's talking about some stuff. And in the background, there is a small little child, and she's on a horse, and she's rocking that horse so hard, and she's got the biggest concentration on her face. Oh, is that how the ice cream appeared? Because somebody said goodnight? That would do it. Him can have an ice cream. Anyway, while this child is rocking, slowly images of knights and cavalry appear and fade in from the background while the music goes like pop. Anyway, that's meme. I hope you saw it in your mind's eye and you thought it was great and then you laughed so hard. Thank you so much.
I know it's your birthday, but I have a really difficult case that I just can't crack.
But you're #1 best detective.
I know.
Yippee!
I know, but this one's a doozy. Could you help me out?
Of course, I'll be right there. I'm literally right next door. What? Oh yeah, if anybody wants to actually see, if anyone actually wants to see the video with your eyes, you can also just go into the Discord. I think that link works. It's worked the last couple times, so it should, whatever the problem was originally should be fixed. If you click that link, it'll put you in a place, and that place will, you just put your face over a lobster cop. You've turned yourself into a chimera. Is that allowed? It's probably allowed. Oh, you put yourself over all of his photos. That's slightly unnerving. Me too, Nightbot. I'm afraid. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I was like, Lobster Cop has a window here, but my room is next to Lobster Cop. There's a hole. My room doesn't go far enough for the window. Okay, we're good. What's up, Mystery Monkey?
Hey, detective.
Well. No one likes a photo bomber. No one likes a photo shopper. That's not true. Everybody loves a photo shopper. I think people should take pictures and make them more funny. Well, if it isn't Mystery Monkey 49.
Good to see you, Frog Detective 03.
What?
Just a joke.
Are there 2 other frog detectives?
I don't know, I was just joking.
You've got me worried. That really stresses me out. Frog Detective 1, Frog Detective 2, and now Frog Detective 3? There are 3. We're in the 3rd game. There are 48 other Mystery Monkeys. I bet if you went on a website, when people put a number after their username, do people actually actually go through the numbers starting with 1 and they just pick the first available one? I always assumed people just picked a number they liked. Like, they're just like, I think the number 69 is so haha funny, so I'm gonna be Frog Detective 69. There's 54,326 other tints. Wild. Yeah, you go with a number you like, right? I remember when I was a child, I made like a Neopets account. And I did like my name, my first name, and then I'm like, that name is taken. I'm like, dang. I like the number 2. First name 2 is taken. Oh man. What about, I like 5. Okay, 5 is taken. 25, it's taken. All right, I'm gonna be first name 22555. And then that one was available, and it was, and that's the end of that story. As a smaller robot, when I was simply zeros and ones, I created an account on neopets.com. Tint 54321 and 54326 were taken, so you became 54327. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was probably taken too. That's, you know, I don't know what I ever assumed your number was. I was like, you have number in your name. I'm simply accepting this fact. It really is just counting down from 5 and then it becomes 7. Where's that one post that was like a Yahoo Answers where the person's name was just like a huge string of like 50 numbers? And somebody's like, how do you remember your username? And they're like, each number corresponds to a important event that happened in my life, and every time I log in, I go through a series of Slumdog Millionaire type flashbacks. Because that's a powerful image on the internet. When Roblox was a younger game, you made my username broad real name here 123. A wide real name 123. Absolutely incredible. Club Penguin username. I don't think I ever played Club Penguin. People were definitely playing Club Penguin when I was in like elementary school and middle school, I think, but I just never had an account. I was a Neopets kid. I was a RuneScape kid. I had a RuneScape account where I misspelled my own name. It was like a nickname for my name. I'm not about to like dox myself, but it was like a nickname for my name that ended in Y, and I just like forgot to put the Y. I like typoed it and just somehow created an account like that, and I had to live with it for a hot minute until I picked a different name. Never like numbers in your usernames, so you always strive to make your usernames unique. Ever since I got eyfey, I've been pretty golden. The only website eyfey was ever taken on was, I think, Instagram. Everything else, eyfey was just like fair game. Which is great, because it's only 5 characters long. No, here's the other problem, is when I wanted to create a Gmail, they wouldn't let me use eyfey because it needed to be 6 characters or more. That was the only problem. Can I help you, sir? You are meowing. What do you want? A little boy scream. For no reason. Didn't use Club Penguin or Neopets. Usernames are not unique, but you tried. Clanky's a pretty good one, honestly. I love to be saying thanky Clanky because it rhyme. There was a Skylander player. Did Skylanders have like MMO? I know it was like Amiibos before Amiibos. It was like you could buy the toys and scan them, but did it have like a website you could go on? Did you need a username for that? Misspelled your name in the school computer login? You had to spell your name wrong every time you logged into the school computers? No! Oh no! Oh, your username is based off Skylanders. Okay. Because, did they have portals in Skylander? I just assumed you liked the game Portal and or liked the just portals in general as a way to get from one place to a different. You got a portal and you place the figures on the portal. Okay. Yeah, I never played Skylanders. I grew up on the Spyro games, like the Spyro 1, 2, and 3 for PlayStation. And my childhood opinion of Skylanders is it's the game where they took Spyro and made him weird and ugly. Principal was pretty active since your childhood was small. You always got your name wrong. Oh no. He's always so close. Skylanders is still a pretty fun game. I bet it is. Like, later on, I was, like, looking at people play it. I'm like, oh, this game is actually dope. I would have eaten this up. Like, the ability to have toys that could go into your video game is so cool. I was just biased because childhood Spyro got different. And I was already bitter because, like, before Skylanders, it got sold to a different company who tried to make more Spyro games that, like, still looked like the old Spyro, but just weren't as good. They just added a random N to your last name. I've definitely had people, like, at work, at my office job, where someone will, like, the IT support will set up their account, and, like, your email address is always, like, firstname.lastname@company.com. And they, like, will spell people's names wrong, and they have to be like, hey, you spelled my name wrong. And they have to, like, recreate their whole entire account, and it, like, messes everything up for a couple of weeks. Wait, just like in the middle of it? Like, is it somewhere where an N might go phonetically? Like, if you said it with the N, it would sound kind of right? Or did they just, like, straight up typo an N in there? Like, was it like, okay, name is Craig, and we're just gonna put an N between the A and the I, so it's Cranig? Sounds phonetically possible. Okay, that makes more sense. But still, you can't just go around adding N's to people's names. Even if they already have N's in there. The only exception I think you should be allowed to do that is if somebody has 2 N's in a row, like if somebody's name is Benny, you should be able to turn that into 3 N's. Because then it would be Benny. How do you think I feel with 48 other mystery monkeys? Oh, they did the joke. That is a good point. Anyway, thanks for meeting me here. The case information is on the other room. Just head down the hallway and I'll meet you there. Will do. Kranich is a good username. Is it taken? I see you've got phone. I'm opening your drawer. Confirmed. Confirmed for love. Oh, I can't close this drawer. Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna find out I was snooping. Your friend thought Portal was your real name, like in real life? Can I change my name to Portal? Sorry, dude, she doesn't like you back. Actually, I think they were together when Mystery Monkey came to save me. Actually, wasn't the deal that she had a crush on Mystery Monkey and then learned breakdancing to impress him, and then now they're together? It's a fraud or identity theft, one or the other. People are allowed to have the same name, I think. No, my ongoing joke at work is that I say joke, there's some truth to it. I'm like, I want to change my name to Oatmeal. Or rather, I want my work name to be Oatmeal. Because I work at an international business, so we send emails to people in all different countries. And people in China get to pick fun English names when they sign their emails. And sometimes it's stuff like, it's just like English names. So like their email address will be like Chinese characters, but then like the name in their signature will be like, oh, like Gemma or Karen. But then some of them are like Apple or Tweety. There's somebody who signs their emails Reborn, and every time I see it, I do a double take because I think of Splatoon Reborn. Splatoon streamer Reborn, and a good Splatooner. Good streamer, and I'm like, what are you doing in my work emails, Reborn? Get out of here. But it's different. It's China Reborn. But I'm like, Why did China get to pick fun names? I want to pick a fun work name. I don't want to be signing my work stuff with my government name. Government name should be for official documents only. Internet name should be for internet friends. Friend name for friends, and then I should have a work name for work, and I should be able to sign all of my emails as oatmeal. At Chinese exchange students, one of them chose the name Dive? That's so cool! That's like such a good name. Can you imagine being named Dive? Ah! Oh, we're exploding. We're exploding. Ah! Jump scares all around. Goodbye, eyfey. You were loved. Rest in peace. Look at this. This is a surprise party. Yippee! The invisible wizards. Yeah. That one didn't fix me. Surprise! Wow, what is everyone doing here? Sister's ex-boyfriend is Chinese and his name means building in Chinese. I always wonder how many of them are picking names that, like, are what the kanji in their names mean, and how many of them are just picking, just words they think are cool. Like, is Tweety called Tweety because she thinks Tweety is a cool name, or because she likes Tweety Bird a lot, or because the kanji in her name means like bird song or something? Oh, wait, yeah, no, that's a very good question. The noun building. Oh, that's a wild thing to name a child. Yes, this is my, my son house and my daughter basement. You know, I was making that joke, but there is literally Dr. House. House can be a last name, I guess. Sister's name Bamboo in her Chinese. Her American name is Bamboo. It reminds me of, the Ranma 1/2 character Shampoo. You can't just name a child that. You can't name a child Bamboo or Shampoo. It's rough out there for children. There was a girl named Daria at my middle school and people called her Diarrhea. Do you know what people can do with bamboo? And Moose? Actually, Moose is a good name. I think there are people named Moose, right? There's people named Goose. Or at least there's people nicknamed Goose. Beavis and Butthead. Beavis is a real name, right? Like, there's people out there named Beavis. I'm pretty sure there's not people named Butthead. At least not on purpose. Wow, what is everyone doing here? Well, detective, we all appreciate everything you've done for us. You're gonna try to make me remember all of these names?
Yeah, our town has never been so peaceful, all thanks to you.
Same with my island. I haven't heard a ghost in ages.
I mean, technically you never heard a ghost. I heard it's your birthday, so we arranged to come here and surprise you.
It worked. Your name was just Koala? You didn't even have a name? Yippee! Party time! Yahoo! That's an all, detective. We got you a present.
Should be called a kitty Bennett now. I ordered it on WizBay.
Oh? Lobster Posty! Special birthday delivery. We gotta have the party hat. Is that for me?
Open it up.
Could it be? Happy birthday? Wait, what is this? That's easy, detective. It's a hat. Mole is so pale. Mole is stark white. Mole is him colored. It's a cowboy hat, but it's a cowboy hat that's small enough to fit on our weird shaped head. I can't wear hats due to my head shape. Thank you, Nightbot.
Why don't you just try it on?
Look at that. Well, would you look at that? It's a hat that fits. Oh, look, we're cowboy hat too. Yeehaw! Yippee-ki-yay! We did it, everybody! Thank you for playing the Frog Detective! We've loved making these games for you, and we're so grateful that so many people have spent time with our silly story. God, these games are so good. When I was small child, I was big into the Jumpstart games. And by big into the Jumpstart games, I mean my parents bought me Jumpstart games and I was a child, so I played them a lot. I bet kids would love Frog Detective. Frog Detective 4 when? Honestly? I wonder if they're gonna make a 4. Oh, Craig got into this Ghost Spotters League. Kids love Frog, and like the level of the puzzles in these games feel like they're perfect for like early elementary child. They don't use very many big words. Like this gives me flashback nostalgia to playing Jumpstart games and like little point and click adventures made for kids. Like Putt-Putt. I don't think I ever played Freddy Fish or Pajama Sam, but I bet it's like those two. Fear-tective? What is Fear-tective? Is it Frog Tech? Oh wait, is that one of my tags? Okay, that is one of my tabs. I tried to spell Frog Detective and I didn't do it right. You played those good games? I played Putt-Putt. I played like a Lion King game. I played Jumpstart. I'm trying to remember what other like point and click games I played. Yeah, okay, yeah, that is one of the tags. I put Detective. I put Fear-tective and Frog. Oh, hell yes, Dimmadome Tower, get in here. You can actually kind of see the top of it when my head exploded. Ham, you have ice cream. You're allowed to have it. The name's Dugsdale Dimmadome Dim. Can we just watch the Dimmadome YouTube poop? Not sure how to see all of the tags. Are they just not listed there? Need to update Twitch? Oh, are you on
Tint 54327 says Dog Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
I didn't spell that right at all. Tried to type Dimmadome and it ended up looking like that. Dunsinwomb. Dimmadome. YouTube poop. Dunism. Are you done, Frog Detective? The end. We did it. Barebo's still there. See if there's anything else. You're on mobile. Okay, I don't even... Maybe you can, like, if you click and drag, maybe it'll, like, let you scroll side to side the tags? I feel like it's... I don't actually use mobile. I stopped using apps for things. Because apps, give you ads. But if you, like, use a social media or a whatever on your phone's browser, I guess you're out of luck if you have iOS, but if you have Android and you have Firefox, you can get ad block on it. And so, like, you can use Twitter or Tumblr or any of the other, like, YouTube and stuff, and still block ads on those. Don't know anything about Twitch. I don't know anything about Twitch either, and I've been here for so many years. Anyway, I hope you all are ready for,
I wish my father was here. Hello, sus! Timmy Turner, my name is Dunsdale Dimmadale Dimmadimsdome Dimmadome Dimmadome, owner of the Dimmadale Dimmadimsdome Dimmadale Dimmadome. Thank you for locating my long-lost son, Dale Dimmadome Dimmadome Dimmadome, heir to the Dimsmadome Dimmadale Dale Dimmadome Dale Dome Fortune.
So good
If
every
there's anything
time.
I can ever do to repay you for your kindness, all you need to do is ask.
Doug Dimmadome? The owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
Not right.
Not right?
That's right. Doug Dimmadome Dimsdale Dome Dale Dimmadome owner of the Dimmadome Dimsdale Dimmadome Dale Dome Dimsdale Dimmadome.
The same Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, where they're showing Crash Nebula?
Reposted the wrong Dimmadome.
Not right.
Not right?
That's right. Timmy Turner, my name is Timmy Dimmadome, owner of the...
Then you can get me 3 tickets to...
Not right. Whoa!
If you try to write the
wish my father
game
was
we're
here.
playing, it's true. Owner of the... I forget it ends with that every single time. Owner of the Dimbledum. We've done it. We've done it. We beat the Frog Detective. And it's good timing too. We only went a little bit over. I feel like usually when we end a game, it's like we do final spurt of the game and we end up going like an hour overtime. But this is just kind of how we usually end up ending, just a little past the 10. We did it. Thank you all for coming. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for chatting. Thank you to anybody new. Yeah, we're gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna check who's live. Thank you, Marisol, and King. I forget the second half of your name. Hold on, I'm scrolling through my notifications. You've got a G in there when I don't expect. King Kivo Guitar. There we go. Thank you, Marisol and King Kivo Guitar, for the raids. Thank you for the follows. Thank you also to the lurkers and the VOD watchers. Izzy Fizz 96 if you need a recommendation. Yeah, let's go check out somebody new today. I could do that. Let me pull them up real quick first, so if they've got ads, I can, ooh, they're doing art. What was the name for the game list? Wait, do I have a game list command? I don't. I think I just have it linked in the Discord, but I can bring a link. I should make a channel redeem for that. Let me just grab the link. I'm not sure what we'll play next. I like really want to do something on the weirder side. I'm leaning towards Neverhood, I think, is the one that I'm thinking of. It's either Neverhood or the Neverwood. Yeah, it's the Neverhood. It's like a weird claymation point-and-click game. It looks real interesting, and I kind of want to check it out. Oh shit, Izzy Fizz is drawing a cow. That's a good-looking cow. Yeah, the Neverhood. I've never played that game before, but a friend recommended it to me, and I'm like, this looks cool. I want to check that out. I want to play a weird, fun game. But for now, for the tonight, it's time to go, we're gonna go raid, and we're gonna go bed, and we're gonna go see this beautiful, beautiful cow art. Thank you, 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 everybody. And good night, 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 good night. Good night.